Am I the a-hole for checking my husband's dashcam footage on his car without his consent? I 30 for F live with my husband 37M and daughter 7F. My daughter and I recently went on a short trip out of state while my husband stayed as he had work and was supposed to look after our dog. On the last day of our trip we got a call from my husband who was acting distraught and said that our dog Ellie had run away and that he could not find her. He claimed she just bolted away from him in the park, into some bushes, and he could not find her. Our dog is quite small, a mini poodle mix and almost 13 years old. She is still active, but it is really unlike her to run away from us, and I was suspicious but chose to believe my husband and me and my daughter were in grief but did not want to blame him. When we came back home, he seemed surprisingly okay and like us. Ever since the pandemic, my husband started working from home and he has always been annoyed at how much attention we gave Ellie and hated how Ellie begged to sit on our laps and his while he worked. A few days later we got a call from an animal rescue in a neighboring state quite far from us that she had been found. I picked the phone and it was on our landline, which we almost never use these days, but was the contact on the microchip. I told my husband and he just said, "That is great. I am so happy," but it felt kind of blunt and insincere. I said it is strange that she got so far and he responded that someone must have stolen her and then abandoned her. This made little sense to me as to why that would happen. When he was out drinking with his buddies, I copied the videos from his dashcam for the days I was away and saw that he had indeed taken Ellie far out of state and clearly dropped her in front of his car, thrown a frisbee-like object into a field, yelled fetch and drove off without her. I was livid and confronted him and he just stupidly muttered how he dropped her there so she could find a farm and have a better life, and then the next day got really angry at me for viewing his dashcam and called me and my daughter a-holes. Am I the a-hole here?
Here are the top comments, plus Opie's reply.
Wow, not the a-hole. You had a gut feeling and were absolutely right. This is horrible. What your husband did is sick and cruel. He left an innocent animal to die. Obviously, what you do now is up to you. But if it were me, I would never be able to trust him again. The entire relationship would be ruined. He needs to seek therapy if he is so insecure that he is jealous of a dog. Pathetic excuse for a man.
OP replied,
"Oh, I will never trust him again. And I am going to be seeing a lawyer soon. I might have a lot to lose as I earn significantly more than him.
I personally would straight up divorce him. My dogs are my family." Then he turns around and gets mad and calls you names. That's the same tactic that cheaters use when their significant other finds something, trying the a no reverso on you.
OP replied,
Already planning that.
Not the a-hole. Run. Really, OP, I don't know what else to say. He drove out of state to dump your senior dog. Next time, he's going to hit her with his car. He called you and your 7-year-old daughter a-holes. If your dog is still in the home with you, move her to a friend or family's. Like tonight.
OP replied,
My dog is currently at my parents' place and he is livid about it and how he deserves trust, yet still insists he did that for her own good.